road.
Hello everyone, my name is Coffee and welcome back to some Killing Floor 2. This is part 2 of our character profile video just got uploaded like 3 seconds ago. This is with it. I had to do this because my software will not allow more than 10 fucking voice things like this. So I had to do this to finish up the list. So I'm just gonna stop talking and let's get right into the rest of the characters. Donnas is a big, tough, and can handle himself in almost any situation, but he is way more than he can seem to a careless glance. He wasn't just one of the guys providing a close protection services to a bunch of wrestlers. He was the guy who set up, owned, and ran a whole security business. Born in Atlanta, Georgia, he was smart and well-educated, working in the law enforcement before settling up his own business. Not just muscle, he was the brains of the whole operation too. But now there's another survivor, stuck in a wrong place at the wrong time. Just say a short prayer for all the Zeds that are stranded between this man and what he wants. Or get in there and help him kill him. The coolest such underground DJ of his generation, Skully can't help to be loved by everyone. Women see that end up loving him, regardless of any common sense involved. The men should all hate him for that alone, but he's just too much fun to be around. When the outbreak broke, he just finished a monster set at the disused insane asylum north of London. As the Zeds tried to eat everyone, being quick and witted, and quick on his feet, if he not combat trained kept him alive. Skully has always trouble taking life seriously, and the apocalypse hasn't changed that. Just as he really good at dispatching monsters. So good that spawns silly rumors that he must be ex-Special Forces, which is just another Skully joke. Anton marched off to his first war in 1939 as a soldier in the German army invading Poland, followed by the stomp through France in 1940 and the charge through Russia in 1941. But that led to him almost freezing to death, fighting both General Winter and the Red Army equally hard for his life. In 1942, Stalingrad loomed, victories ended, and disillusion set in. In Gumrock airfield, he was severely concussed and luckily frowned upon comatose into the waiting arms of one Hans Volter. He was quietly spirited away in Volter's lab as wandering subject for cryogenic tests. There he stayed, frozen forbidden until the accidentally release by an outbreak. Withered by, he had once brief chance to kill Volter, but he didn't take it. Much of regret when he found out when it was going on. Tanaka was a conflicted individual with a serious death wish problem. Born in Okinawa, he was brought up around Americans in the military. Moving into mainland Japan with his family, the Americanized Tanaka failed to fit in and took up drama classes. After college, he moved to LA, playing cliche bits parts in bad movies, before moving to Europe, trying to find more serious work. All he got there was some bad guy roles in French gangster films and some tats. Now the apocalypse seems to be confusing in his own reality with some sort of movie parts as he played. Seems to be invoked in visions with the Yukunaza demon and the Hollywood take on Bushinetta. Ray Higgins is an Australian import from Europe. Born in Melbourne, she grew up in Darwin, then took the time out to explore the world before settling down to work in London. Quiet, mid-manner data analysis by day, Ray lit up the night in her true rockabilly form. The low-key, long-sleeved clothes conceal her task from boring, conservative middle managers. Her makeup and hair appropriate for an inane office environment until the weekend. Then all that gray is banned from Ray's world, explodes into music, fun, and loud primary colors. Perhaps fortunately for Ray, she was up in the high rockabilly festival in Cafel, Spain, when the original opera kicked off, so she missed out on her dull, boring coworkers being chewed to pieces, and now she doesn't have to hide her light. Rock my world, Zeds! This DAR, or Domestic Assistant Robot, is an upgraded version of the previous DAR model and utilizes the latest in Horizon experimental robotics. Similar units are undergoing tests in various Horizon bases in the hopes of developing a DAR for the consumer and security markets. But this DAR is special. This DAR encountered Zeds while in station in Horizon Arctic Outpost 12, and its primary program was overweight in the emergency security protocols, turning DAR into a robotic killing machine. Unfortunately, DAR shows a little concern for human beings, being except Horizon employees, who can only hate any slight less than humanity in general. And seeing a new market in military robots, DAR has been transferred to a Z containment duty for field testing. When she interviewed Mr. Foster for a commodities trader job, Miss Foster was already a scarcely successful trader at top firm in London. She was what she wanted to be, but Mr. Foster was clearly a no-hoper as a trader. He couldn't play by the rules or keep his mouth shut. Still, there was something about him. He was so cool, so suave, so unique. Unique enough to give her a gas mask of her own on their first dates. It was almost as if he'd known that chain gun wielding mutant maniac was going to create a flesh-eating clone horde to ruin her stake in a multi-million pound bonuses. They were married soon after the whirlwind of flowers, lace, Zeds, and explosions. They may not to be able to work together in the city making huge piles of cash, but they can work together in exterminating Zeds making huge piles of dosh. So that is all the characters, all 16 of them, even though a couple of them were pretty bad talking. I can't talk normally. I'm not a human perfect being, but hope you guys did enjoy this video. Also the other one before this, so I hope you guys did enjoy both these videos. Yeah, that's it if you want more profiles for like Zeds or even all that stuff. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.